This video is sponsored by Miku Nakano's Pouting Face. Ever since the romance tag was created in the anime industry, the cultured people of Japan have been asking only one question: why have one when you can have many? Over the years, similar to many other anime genres, the harem bunch of animes has had its ups and downs, but let's not forget that the genre has sprouted out some good anime along the way. Similar to my previous list, I'll be ranking the best ones and be giving my 2 cents about all of these, so buckle your seatbelts, it's gonna be long. What? Since every harem anime repeats the same formula over and over and over again till the universe gets old, the quality of harem anime is judged by the premise and its characters. So the producers of the anime did the most obvious thing. They made the main character a samurai. No, he isn't the smart kind, but the dumb village boy kind. He doesn't know what an elevator looks like. He speaks in a weird language, but who the hell cares? Because he gets to live with 4 cute girls who somehow hate him at first, but then love him. You got the tsundere, the andere, the dumb dere, and the oh gosh, FBI is coming for me dere. But as I mentioned, the magic of this anime lies in its characters. There are many minor moments that add value and make characters significant, and even though the main character is dumb as stone, he still gets all the girls. Woo! Good for him. So that's going to go into my watch list. Normally, we have one main character living with a bunch of girls inside a small and cozy Japanese home, but what do we have here? Wait, what? One of our main characters is stranded on an island full of women! Is this one of those Greek myths? No, Japan finally took another step forwards in the cultured route and dropped an innocent bastard on an island full of women! Now, all of them want to get married to prevent population extinction, and our main character barely has the strength to even be near women. Ooh, ouch. Similar to Samurai Harem, the show's strength lies in its characters. Apart from the funny cast, there are also a lot of funny Gintama-like moments that will give you a good laugh. If you need both love and laughs, then this is an anime that you shouldn't miss. This anime lies right in the middle between a good story and a plain old harem. Instead of using the same tropes without context, it builds up a story and then slowly begins to use the tropes without exaggerating them. This one also clearly diverts more towards the supernatural setting because we've got zombies, necromancers, vampires, weird-looking creatures, and basically the whole weird package. Similar to anime like Fate Stay Night, all the girls start living in the main character's house, making his life more and more weird. Am I missing something? Girls? Check. Tsunderes? Check. Main character flirting in a weird way? Check. Oh wait, did I mention the main character cross-dresses as a girl? Yeah! So if you have stooped that low, then you can go watch this anime. Even if you think the cross-dressing trope is weird, you'll soon love it because that's what will make you laugh enough to crack your ribs. I'm not kidding, it's happened to me. Now here's one of the older harem anime, and something that clearly introduced many tropes you see now. You got our weak-ass nerdy main character landing on a house management job with a house full of girls. Now I know that's the type of harem anime story everyone and their mother writes about, but back in the day, this was considered as an original idea. I know. Compared to other harem anime, what I love about Love Hina is that the way it focuses on the characters. Every character's got some personal issue that is relatable, and in very rare cases, unrelatable. It is interesting to see the interactions of these characters because you can clearly see the chemistry working between them. The show also has the best girl wins ending, meaning that even when you have a harem, the main character has the balls to pick one love interest and get a happily ever after ending. After all that girl management, he really deserves that ending. In a world that is nearly destroyed by war, one rebellious teenager has to undertake the job to assassinate the newly crowned empress of the Shitreyu Empire. The battlefield is dangerous. The mechas will kill him. Will he be able to pull out the most dangerous mission in the history of harem kind? Who cares? He gets all the girls. That's what matters. Isekai no Seikishi no Monogatari has an interesting main character compared to all the other anime that I spoke about earlier. He is charismatic, energetic, overpowered enough to win girls, and kick ass. Truly, he's the Gary Sue of all harem anime characters. But apart from the main character, the show also has some interesting adventures with magical knights and harem full of girls. If someone hands me an assassination mission, I'm going to accept it without any hesitation because if I'm lucky, I'll end up like Kenshi.
ほら、まだ病み上がりなんだから。あんたも朝までもう一眠りしなさい。
男？あんたはただの使い魔でしょうが。
何？
Ah, where do I start with this anime? It's like eating garbage but finding a McDonald's Happy Meal inside it. At times, this show will have the dumbest writing you will ever see. But at other times, it will make you cry a whole bottle of tears because the show really hits your heart with its writing. Familiar of Zero is the harem show you can't love and hate, so you start loving and hating it at the same time. It's really confusing. You start hating this pink-haired bitch, and I mean main love interest, and then you start loving her when she gives those puppy dog acts. Oh, she's so cute. There are characters who act like they've had bad parenting problems at first, but later become best friends with our main character, and that's nice. And to top it off, you also got the class conflict presented in an interesting way at pivotal moments of the show. So watch it, love it, hate it, then repeat the cycle. We touched over so many tags, why don't we go and see the monster tag? Why not? Let's do it! Sponsored by Monster Energy, and based on the Monster Hunter video game series, this tells the story of one main character living in a house together with the monster girls. Yeah, that's it, end of story, that's it. But there is a lot of substance in between the story, and that is what makes it special. You see, this story has a plot and an actual plot, I'm not kidding. There are fan service moments mixing in way too often to make it annoying, but then you're rewarded with these truly emotional moments which, even though comedic, still stay true to the themes the story is trying to build up. Are monsters similar to humans? Can these two species coexist? If so, what should I do to have a monster girl in my house? These are questions that you should ask while watching this anime.
さっきから何運んでるの？ああ、家の前に食べ物がたくさん落ちてたから拾ってるの。誰？
長谷川、小高。
When the title says we don't have any friends, you laugh and say, ha! But the poster of this anime shows you as friends. And then you watch the anime and realize that's the whole point of the whole show. It's about a group of antisocial outcasts trying to make friends by creating this club that does random worthless things. The events in the episodes may be insignificant moments, but these are what collectively strengthen the friendship of this group. Okay, enough with the emotional talk. Where does the harem tag come in? Well, this group has 6 girls and only 1 boy. You know where this is heading. But you should watch the Haganai for the small moments you get to enjoy in it, not the overall romance. The reason why I say this is because the romance is really bad after the 2nd season. The love story turns into something mumbled and jumbled, and then I also heard the light novel was adapted from did a bad job with the ending, so yeah, this is your regular comedy harem show, nothing more.
あ、小高先輩こんにちは。小高先輩と謎のイケメンのツーショット来た。
あ？降りろよ。重いよ。
Okay, here boys, here comes the dating games back again. If you ever felt nervous during your first date, then that's nothing compared to this because you've got an entire organization monitoring how your date goes and a female red-haired Nick Fury issuing orders to you through a microphone. The people you date are called spirits, and they're way more dangerous than your average dating world. One wrong word and they'll destroy the world and cause the 3rd World War. Date A Live, like most harem anime, has a very fancy and lighthearted plot, but as usual, it's the characters that make things interesting. They get into both interesting and not so interesting situations, and our main character has to pull them out and complete their character arc, and then they live together with him. And no, this doesn't happen in real life, folks.
それ以上言わなくていいのよ。いつかくんめ、こんなけなげないい子、マジ引くわ。いや、指導は悪くない。全然わかりません。
Dating is fun, isn't it? Yeah, who am I kidding? We all hate it, and so do these girls, but luckily they have a tutor. Yup, you already know where this is heading. There are 3 girls who are weak in several subjects, and a tutor comes to the rescue. But in true harem fashion, all these girls fall in love with the tutor. Dating is the trick Bokuben uses to stand out from the crowd. Each character's arc revolves around how well they do during the exams and how their personal issues affect their grades. Sometimes the story gets dumb, but sometimes it gets way better when new character faces are introduced. Bokuben also has a lot of the same tropes repeating over and over again, but I have mad respect for the author because he made sure to create multiple endings where the character ends up with every girl. So pick your girl and then pick your ending and ignore the rest.
お兄ちゃん、何かお困りのようだね。
If there weren't any popular titles coming up, this anime would definitely rank way higher, because this is how people should do a harem anime. Instead of a main character who is dumb as stone, we have a main character who wants to sleep with girls. Instead of a world that is only built for the sake of the story, we have a setting that is actually thought out and fleshed out. Even though the villains are a bit two-dimensional and the main character's arc is a little cliche, all of the flaws are overshadowed by the interesting cast of characters we're presented with. The Tsundere sister, the shameless ninja, the kudere with the marriage issues. Yup, you got the whole package with this one. Currently, there is only one season and 2 short movies released, but that's enough for a short harem break, isn't it?
いつもありがとう、リリス。
君の親友の大賀太陽君が好きなんだ。
What?
Remember what I said about harem anime using unique tropes? Well, this time the cute library girl is a Machiavellian. Nope, that's not the only thing that is new in this anime. The main character is a Machiavellian. His best friend is a Machiavellian. His childhood friend and the girl who he thinks likes him are Machiavellians. So basically, this anime has an IQ level high enough to bring Einstein back down from heaven. If anyone asks me the success formula of OreSuki, I'd say it's the comedy and its plot twists. Yup, this anime focuses less on the harem tag and more on the other tags. The comedy at times is brilliant, but other times too cliche. But the main character definitely stands out from the others due to his funny nature. The plot twists hit harder than Eren's hit Terrainier, and take the story in different directions you never thought of. If you haven't watched this one, have a look, you won't be disappointed.
俺頑張ってたよね。いい具合に鈍感順調ボーイを演じてたよね。あの時もあの時もあの時もあの時も完璧だったはずだ。その末路がこれ。バカ言っちゃいけねえよ。あの人の髪と一緒だ。赤いストロベリーブロンドよりもさらに紅の髪。この手を染めた色と同じだ。
If you don't know this anime, then you clearly need to live on the internet some more. Highschool DxD clearly won most of its popularity because, well, come on, don't make me say it. You know why. But surprisingly, the later seasons actually do a really good job of developing the story arc instead of developing on the perfect main character. The main character gets a lot of development, the side characters get their own episodes and stories, and even the villains and overall story arcs get interesting instead of repeating the same old formula over and over and over again. Season 3 is my personal favorite because it amplified the stakes a lot, gave Issei cool dragon powers, and made him hella overpowered enough to transform into an actual living dragon. So if you ignore the show because you're not a man of culture, then watch it, because DxD nowadays is a lot better than the DxD you saw back in the day, in terms of plot, of course.
誰がサロンだよ。
If you speak about harem and forget to mention Nisekoi, it's considered a crime by the FBI and myself. You just have to take a look at the opening to tell that this is one of those harem anime shows you've watched multiple times, but what's different? Well, nothing. But at the end of each episode, you enjoy all that drama that unraveled in each episode. Yup, you enjoy all those cliche moments simply because they're cliche. You've seen those multiple times before, but you watch them over and over and over again because they are enjoyable. Nisekoi presents nothing new, but it also proves that originality is overrated. You can still pick a few basic templates for the girls, pick up some random situation, put them in, make them fall in love with the main character, and then go boom, there you go, an anime to cure your boredom.
今日からはさらに凄まじい苦労の連続となる。ツンデレをしているわけか。しかし解せない。その髪、なぜ脱色する？
これは地毛よ、地毛。
Those who have watched my top 10 videos know that I have a special place in my heart for this anime. That's not because the story is unique, but because I played all 3 visual novels, downloaded the soundtrack, played the dumbass mobile game which added nothing new to the plot, downloaded a couple of wallpapers, watched the anime, and then played the visual novels again. At first look, the only outstanding factor of this show is going to be the cool main character, but to truly enjoy the story, you need to play the visual novels. The first season of the anime does a really bad job adapting the source material, and that's why you should go read the visual novel to see what sort of tragedies these characters truly suffered. And then you realize, oh damn, this isn't a harem comedy. This is a harem tragedy. And then it's too late to drop the story because you're too addicted to it. And then you find yourself purchasing the rest of the visual novels and completing the whole trilogy. So here's a good way to sacrifice your time for a worthy cause.
心の隙間？捕まえようがないだろ、そんなの！
そこで人間の協力者
Who thought an otaku parody would turn out to be this great? I know the comedy is sometimes flawed, and the girls soon lose their memories about the incident, which topples the whole harem concept down to the ground. But The World Only God Knows is a harem show that clearly knows where it's heading. Each girl's flaw is used as a theme to push the story forwards, and even though the filler episodes are boring, the original story arcs push the boundaries of the harem genre and presents us with something that is meaningful to watch. And I'm saying meaningful because that's an aspect most harem anime lack these days. The World Only God Knows also has an episode count to match titles like To Love Real and Date Day Live, which is proof for its popularity. Also, it helps that the main character here is a genius, because the last thing we need is another dumb main character.
なんだ
神様どうぞ
水洗いしたのか
Wait, a harem anime without all those overused ecchi moments? A show that develops interesting characters and gives more time for innovative comedy? A main character is both active and interesting instead of being a regular old plain Jane? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ouran High School Host Club is all of that. Oh wait, it's a reverse harem anime, did I mention that? But honestly, this is one of those nostalgic shows you're going to remember for the rest of your life. There's bittersweet moments, funny moments, sad moments, moments of true love, moments of failure. Oh, I miss this anime. Every character is memorable, not because they have unique quirks, but because all of them are cheerful extrovert spirits that can always lift your moods up. Ouran High School Host Club also has those episodes you can watch once to instantly cure depression. It's fun, it's funny, I cannot exaggerate this enough, but go watch it. The animation style may be old, but you need to only watch one episode to fall in love with the show.
アイテム
今回ご紹介するのはこちらラブリーアイテム三つ国くんであるなんだお前なんかと知らないかぶさってきたのはあなたの方だし
In many cases, most harem anime don't know how to get the formula to work correctly. Should the anime focus more on love, or should it be all about the girls finding each other for the main character? Should there be any fan service? When should the fan service start? These are the questions that plague many of the harem anime writers. But then there are shows like Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. There is a central goal. There is a human-looking main character who at times acts like a degenerate and other times like a normal person. There is a lot of mystery, interesting cast with different personalities, and overarching story, character arcs, love with emotion, confessions, tensions, yes, everything that is present in a normal anime. What makes Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches so special is the way it uses the harem tag only as a plot device and let the rest flow in a normal anime. Unlike most anime which do this the other way around, so instead of another soap opera drama, you'll find true love in this one. Don't miss this one out.
OreSuki-san は
おはようございます
Before starting, Miku Nakano is the best girl. Years later, after the introduction of the harem genre, we seem to have reached the point of peak harem anime, Quintessential Quintuplets. Unlike many other harem anime in this list, brings originality into the table and then crafts tension-filled drama to keep you hooked. Heck, it even has characters we can root for. Yes, this is like that harem anime that checks all the boxes and is perfection itself. So Miku Nakano is the best girl, but there are also other girls with issues everyone can relate to. And these issues are what crafts such an interesting story. We also start to sympathize with the main character not because he's an idiot, but because he's the most misunderstood character in the entire show. Also, Miku Nakano is the best girl, saying that again. So go watch Quintessential Quintuplets. It's anime that is both original and will make you binge all episodes in one night. By the way, did I mention Miku Nakano is the best girl?
責任取ってよね
任せろ
セリーヌちゃん
Finally, we have a harem anime that takes the #1 spot. A classic masterpiece, a universally acclaimed creation that ascends every other literary creation ever made. A show that breaks all records of all other anime and tops off as the best anime ever made. And that is To Love Ryu Darkness. This anime is like every otaku's dreamland. It's the same tropes, the same scenarios, the same character archetypes, and the same dumb main character. But it also has this alluring charm that refuses to let you go, because this show has enough plot to make actual plot look like a dumpster fire. This anime is peak harem and there's no denying it. The reason why I stand superior is because every gosh darn girl in the show falls in love with this punching bag, and gosh, I never thought it'd be so interesting to watch. Also, did I mention there is ecchi?